Hi guys, welcome. I'm going to be sharing with you the summer solstice message. This is a channeled message, and of course the summer solstice is in the northern hemisphere and then the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. So it doesn't matter where you are, this message is for the collective, and as always, please tune in and see if this message resonates with you. I'm all about connecting to your truth, and everyone's at a different part of their journey, and so it's very important to tune in and to see if the message resonates with you. So there were a couple of messages that came through, and if you haven't watched my June energy update message, that also connects to it somewhat, so I would highly recommend checking that out. So the messages that were coming through, I immediately got an image of Hathor closer to the end of the month. So the summer solstice is actually June 20th. So when I think of the goddess Hathor, I think of nourishment, pouring into oneself, joy, beauty, music, dance, but specifically around the energy of nourishing yourself in the sense of pouring positive words, positive affirmations onto yourself, and realizing you are not your thoughts. And so if there are negative thoughts coming through, that is the voice of maybe your parents, of maybe a teacher growing up, or it may be societal beliefs or things that you heard growing up and that was internalized, and maybe you are still carrying that and self-sabotaging you. For example, if you have this belief that it's already out there, what's the point of me sharing this? This is a self-sabotaging belief, and it's time to let it go. It is a time of letting go. Closer to the end of the month, there's a strong energy of you needing to let go. Even for this upcoming full moon on June 11, the sign of Sagittarius, what truth within you wants to come through? What is your authentic expression? What wants to come through you? Do not hold it back. Allow it to be expressed, because you will then free yourself when you allow yourself to express what is within your heart. When you open up your throat chakra, when you communicate to that person that is closest to you, to your friend, to your partner, and that can be so deeply challenging. I know this very, very well. For most of my life, I have been working on speaking to my truth in a compassionate way before it would come out in a very explosive way, in an unhealthy way, and it was not received by the other person. It would create chaos. It would create some sort of imbalance within my connections. And so finding a way to communicate from your heart, to communicate from a place of love, is going to really allow you to free yourself and to elevate your relationships. Because what is love? Love is to communicate from a loving place towards yourself and towards others. It is also being open to receiving love and giving love. And learning that is a journey. And so going back to the energy of Hathor, the energy of the divine feminine, she is connected to the divine feminine. She is an Egyptian goddess. She is connected to, known for the 7 Hathors, which is connected to the Pleiades. So if you know about the Pleiadians, then you are, or you're new to it, and you feel a resonance to this, then you are a starseed. A starseed means you not only come from this planet, but come from another planet. This means you have wisdom and knowledge that the world needs to hear. And for you to hold yourself back from speaking this is a disservice to yourself and to the collective. And sometimes, again, those thoughts that come up and say, who's going to listen to me? It's already out there. The group of people that you will reach is different from the group of people that other person is reaching. And second of all, your essence is different from the essence of another person. And the way you communicate that is different from how another person communicates that. And so maybe this particular teacher or guide says something in a particular way that reaches me much better than another teacher. And this is something to keep in mind. And so it's as if it's the first time it is being shared out there in the world. There's just an example. And another thing is that it takes time. It takes time to reach a greater audience. It takes time to also really master and know how to share something in a way where it's truly bringing your essence and the alignment of your essence. And this is a process of patience. But the message that also was connected to this as I was tuning in, and it was a really clear one, is around the frequency of your voice. Where is this voice coming from? A place of love, from the center of your chest, your heart chakra, your heart energy. This is so powerful. The frequency of your voice. The frequency of what you are sharing. If you are in your body, if you are grounded within your body, and this is something I heard yesterday, the process of ascension is actually descension. And what that means is that you are grounding more into your body. It's not about being love and light up here. It is about being in the body, facing the shadow, facing your inner, like the wounds of your inner child, in order to be more present in your body, to know who you are, and that for no one to tell you who you are. That is the place of power. That is the place of sovereignty. Balanced power, heart-centered power. That way, when you are sharing, people can feel your resonance because you're in your body, you are embodied. So sing your song. Do not hold back. This might quite literally mean to sing your song, to share your poetry, your music, or your creations, your art. To sing your song means to ask yourself, what do I want to create? And sharing that frequency out there in the world. The frequency is like a musical note. And so sharing the song from within your heart and connecting to what brings you passion, what lights your inner fire, what makes you feel joyous. And if you don't know what brings you joy, that is okay. It is about just doing that one thing that lights you up. It could be just dancing. It could be also to draw something. But do not criticize yourself for your creations. To see that whatever you create from your heart, it is beautiful. It is so, so deeply beautiful. And so that was the message coming through around Hathor about you sharing the song of your heart and to connect to the joy, to your joy, to what makes you joyous. And to not take things so seriously, and to not focus on the people who might think that your creations are not beautiful. Sometimes we judge our creations before it's even out there. Most people do. And they hold themselves back and say, I don't have the right time, the right resources, all this stuff, all these excuses. They're all excuses at the end of the day. And why I am mentioning all this is because you're holding yourself back from experiencing a joyous time, from being present. We wait, and we're like, oh, I wish I did that earlier, and it could be as simple as going out with some friends for a picnic, to a restaurant. If that brings you joy, then follow the breadcrumbs of what brings you joy. The third message that was coming through is about perception, perspective, and how we all see the world in such a different way. And the second thing was around to see the beauty that is all around you. Do not focus on the negative news. If on your Instagram or social media there's negative news, be discerning. Be careful what you're exposing yourself to, especially if you're waking up first thing in the morning and scrolling and exposing yourself to something that might be bringing your frequency down. That's where you need to either mute a certain account, unfollow a certain account, or completely not to go on social media first thing in the morning, and to connect to the energy of what you are grateful for, or to drink ceremonial grey cacao in order to align to your heart, to your frequency, to drink matcha in a intentional way, this can also bring you back to your center. This is so important. Back to your center and grounded into your body, connected to the energy of the earth. And why I mentioned ceremonial great cacao, because it is meant to connect you to the energy of the earth. It is said to be the blood of the earth. And so you are connecting deeply to Mama Gaia, Mama Pachamama, in this way. And I did not understand this at the beginning. What I would feel was this aching feeling within my heart. And that aching feeling was the awareness of something that was blocking me from feeling, from receiving love, from giving love. And so as I worked through that, I then was able to start to connect more deeply to the real cacao, the spirit of cacao. And in that way, I was able to ground more easily and be more present right here, right now. These are some of the messages that were coming through, and I did take out some cards from the Ancient Stones Oracle card deck, and the messages were so spot on. And the very first card was the Singing Stones. Transmit your vibration, use your voice. And this card is about singing your song, expressing yourself. And I think this is the main message. And does not mean, maybe for some people it might be immediately, let me take action. And sometimes it could be just as easy as sitting in front of the camera, pressing that record button, or to just make something small. It doesn't have to be like, it could be for 5 minutes, literally for 5 minutes. And so share your voice. This can also mean around your connections, your relationships, even with your family, where by you saying your truth, this can be a catalyst for their own growth. Even if it triggers them, it is a catalyst for them to grow. Whether they receive it or not, that's their choice. But at the end of the day, you have your position of speaking your truth, being your authentic self. Expressing that authenticity is what the world needs. We need more of that, more than anything else. The second message is the Holy Mountain, Soul Calling, Sacred Journey, and Pilgrimage. So this card is a lady opening her arms into receiving, and that receiving energy is connected to feminine energy. Again, either a man or a woman, we have masculine and feminine energy, and the feminine is around receiving, surrendering. Surrender is an active process. It is allowing instead of resisting, and just being present to what is wanting to be felt of emotions. And when you allow the stream of emotion to be felt, you free yourself. It's like almost like this block in a river. And so when the emotions are felt, then the river can flow. And that means your energy field is stronger. Your heart frequency is stronger. It is felt. Your words are felt even more. And your presence is even more embodied and right here, right now. So you are like this powerful mountain when you speak your truth, when you are embodied and surrendering to what is right here. And that this is all part of the journey. And the third card that I took out is to see the beauty, as I mentioned, to see more of the beauty. It's all perspective. So one person could be living in this really unhappy place, in the same city, in the same maybe apartment, in the same, and then realize like another person is living this elated existence, just having so much gratitude, so much love. And that energy of gratitude of what you have and looking around, it's like, wow, I have my phone, I have this plant, I have whatever it may be. It really shifts you when you see the world and that everything, seeing the sacredness of you and life. And the fourth card that I took out is boundary stones, communication, contracts, negotiations. Again, communication is the main message here, and just making sure that your energy field is protected, meaning not allowing someone to overstep the boundaries with you, where you use your words to protect yourself. This is very important. And the last card, returning, spiral journey, growth, renewal, and healed. So in order to move forward, you need to move back in the sense of going back to your shadows, your inner child, and feeling into your emotional body without recalling every detail. If needed, that might be the case. But here it's about just feeling into the emotions in order to move forward with your inner child. When you allow yourself to feel, your creativity will come through effortlessly. And so that's something to keep in mind. Your emotions are tied to your creativity, the sacral energy, and sometimes we resist, or there's like the sense of numbness, and behind that numbness is some sort of really deep emotion that needs to be felt. So I'll show you the card, the returning to a deeper understanding of you, a deeper understanding of who you are, and to coming back to that inner joy, that inner love, and coming back to expressing more of you. So I hope you enjoyed this message for the solstice energy, June 20th of 2025. If you enjoyed this, please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and I'm sending you so much heart-centered love and much love to you.